Alrighty, Reddit Insanity, where people post the dumbest things they can possibly think of onto Reddit. I'm Michael.
I'm Noah.
Let's start. Alrighty, these are all retail hell.
Oh no.
Well, since we just got out of the Christmas season,
Oh my
let's hear some stories.
God. Christmas. Oh my God. Someone blew the shit out of the bathroom.
Alrighty, first one is by Significant Brush 26.
Significant brush.
Yes. Not bush, brush. Feels a significant bush.
I want to see a significant bush.
I know you do.
I don't mind.
This person puts, yesterday I had a lady come up to me and say, "Excuse me, sir, do you know where I can find this item? I need this specific one. I looked on aisle 14, but I didn't see it." And showed me a picture. I said, "Oh, it'd be on aisle 11 with the baking items, about halfway down on the left." She responded yelling, "How dare
What? Fucking started screaming.
How dare you assume I speak English? Don't you dare respond to me and show me where it is now."
What?
Yeah.
Bitch, you spoke to me in English. How else would I understand you?
This lady didn't have any accent or anything. It was so strange. A manager overheard this and came over, and they had a full conversation that ended up in her being told to buy her groceries and leave. But it was the strangest thing that happens to me in this store. I've gotten to the point that I'm pretty desensitized to the random bullshit that happens, but I couldn't help but laugh out loud at this. Today, when I got to work, the manager said, "Hey, good morning, how are you?" I said, "Good, how's it going?" He goes, "How dare you speak to me in English?" I love this show.
Weird. It's a weird response you had.
"How dare you?"
How dare you assume I speak English, knowing that I spoke English to you first?
"How dare you assume that he knows any other language?" Alrighty, next one is by Joxerd, or Joxertd. Joxert.
Jockstert.
Joxert.
It's Joker. Joker.
They could be trying something weird to the letters, trying to make it sound. To them, it's funny. To us, it's like, whatever. This person puts, a lady bought a pen at Hobby Lobby and tried to return it to my craft store. She had 3 receipts and 3 separate items, 2 of which were ours. The pen on the 3rd receipt was not, for the one physically in my hand. It was the same brand, but the one on the receipt was a fine point. Apparently, the one in his hand was a regular pen instead of a fine point pen. The one in my hand was the one in my hand was extra fine. Apparently, there's a difference. Lady argued with me and then yelled at her husband when she said, "Isn't that the pen you got from Hobby Lobby?" I said, "We do not accept returns from Hobby Lobby. We're not the same store."
Yeah. Mystery solved, man.
Your
husband's a moron.
This is Joanne. She started cussing at me. So I called the manager, and she didn't want to come up and tried to handle it from where she was, but that wasn't happening, and she came up and said what I had already told her. Lady started pounding on the counter and screaming. Manager gave in eventually and just put the number on the pen she actually bought from us.
Don't give in to these. This is why they always are like this.
Yes.
Because you give in to their bullshit.
Then when they left, the manager told me, "I'm very busy. I can't keep coming up here."
Oh, it's even worse when your own ally in battle doesn't have your back.
And I said, "It's not my fault people are screaming at me for stupid stuff. And it's also not my fault the buy one, get one sales aren't working and you require us to call you up so you can take care of it." She took me off register for my last half hour because she was sick of me calling her. Funny shit, my coworker who replaced me had to call her a couple more times for the same shit that I was dealing with, and I just felt justified because it wasn't just me.
And I hate coworkers who are like difficult to work with.
Yeah.
Like we're already having to deal with everyone else. And let's not have to deal with each other.
Like you're not even on a united front at this point.
Exactly. We have to be united against all these enemies. Basically, at this point,
like that episode of South Park where those people at the mall were ready for the Black Friday sale.
They were ready to get, and they know who's gonna get in the way of my fat vagina.
Alrighty, next one is by Stars Have Aligned.
Oh my God, Cthulhu's risen.
I was working an evening and ringing up a middle-aged lady. She started to talk to me, which I honestly don't mind, as it was during a quiet time and I was kind of bored. She began to ask how long I'd been working here, and if I was full time. Yeah. And when I responded since I was 16, she kind of smirked. Then she asked me how old I was, and I began to tell her son, "This is where you'll be if you don't listen in school." To which I replied, 17, and mentioned that I'm currently applying at university and have recently been accepted to a pretty elite one. The colors rained from her face. She told me she assumed I was in my 40s.
Fuck, yeah, bro. What the fuck do you look like? What life have you lived that you look like a 40-year-old and been 17?
LMFAO. I have a baby face, so I'm not sure how that worked. I mean, of course she's gonna say she has a baby face. Now, while she looks like a smoker that's been smoking.
You've been smoking for 45 years.
She didn't say anything the rest of me ringing her up. I hate how customers assume that because you're working retail, your life is meaningless, and you're automatically less educated. And even if I was older and working in retail, that literally doesn't matter. It's a job.
Yeah, one of the worst jobs on the planet.
Yes.
People are so draining.
Alrighty, next one is by Anti-Pancakes.
To Mike Pancake?
Anti-Pancakes. They don't like pancakes.
I don't like Mike Pancake.
No. The autistic one. No.
He's the greatest.
This person puts, "So I was just reflecting on some of the most bizarre encounters I had while working in retail. I used to work at a high-end department store, which is exclusively located in the Midwest area."
Ew, so fancy.
So my question is, what?
What, high-end retail store?
You know, that's located only in the Midwest?
Uh,
I don't know. Kohl's?
Buc-ee's.
That's Southwest?
I don't know.
That's not a high-end?
For another thing, like any store, no matter how high-end, will always get every type of customer.
Yes. Yes.
It's the life that we live.
Even if you go into like a Louis Vuitton store or something,
Yeah.
you see that hood rat over there too.
And they will take a shit on the floor.
Yes, they will. The company takes pride in the customer service, and we are required to have top-notch service, including greeting the customer within 30 seconds and helping them find anything that they need.
The 30 seconds.
Well, I worked at the makeup counter, which is also attached to the fragrance section, so I juggle between both of those departments. Anyways, during my shift, I see a lady. She is about middle-aged, and I promptly go up to greet her and ask if she needed any help finding something.
Everyone's middle-aged lately.
She responded that she did, and that she needed to help finding a gift set for her friend because the one she gave her was too sweet-smelling and was looking to return it. It was the birthday cake bath set by Philosophy.
Oh, that must have been a powerful
So
song.
I was like, oh,
Like, oh, oh.
a little too strong.
Yeah, that sounded. Her saying that sounded strong.
I said, not a problem. And we spent 30 minutes going through and sampling other products for her to try that would be better fit for her friend.
You know, if I worked in one of these places, I'd be such a douchebag. Like, you know, like when they sprayed the air around you.
Yeah.
I just spray it right there. How's this smell? It's like, no, let me try this. You don't like that one either. Here's how about that. Be such a movie scene of it just getting sprayed in the mouth.
How's the taste? Well, I finally found something for her, and she liked it, and we go around to the cash register to...
She liked it. It's not what you like, lady. It's your friend has to like it. I wouldn't buy a gift that I like for someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. We go to the cash register to start making the return. She hands me the receipt from her shopping bag, and I start to proceed. I then ask for the bath set that she wants to return. Well, she responds saying that she doesn't have it, that her friend does. I tell her I need the product for the exchange, and that's when she started to get a bit irritated. She said her friend lives 4 hours away and that she mailed it to her, so she can't get it, but her friend didn't like it and wanted to send her something else. I apologize.
I have a friend would be like, I didn't like your gift. I'd be like, thank you. I'll use this someday.
I inform her without the product, I can't exchange it, but she was welcome to buy it, and I apologize for the inconvenience. This back and forth went on for a little while, as I was basically repeating myself multiple times, and she eventually gets really angry and raised her voice saying, "Do you expect me to drive 4 hours just to get the product? I am so embarrassed, and that my friend hated her gift. She told me it smelled like something for a teenager and not for a 60-year-old woman.
Old, huh?
I swear I got it for her, so I don't see why this is a problem. Where's your manager?"
Ah, the manager.
My manager was near earshot and stepped in to handle the situation.
Sorry, ma'am. How about you try this perfume? And he sprays her in the.
Since she started making a scene and basically told her the same thing. She eventually stormed off, saying she's never shopping here again. And we talked because
No, no.
I was so dumbfounded that she expected to return an item she didn't even have. I wasn't even angry. I was at a loss for words because of the situation.
Would be too.
Like, okay, so you want to exchange this, but you don't even have the product you bought previously.
Let me put gas in my car. My car's at home.
Yeah.
So how do I put my gas? Like if I went to the gas station and paid for $20 gas, right?
Yeah, right.
But my car's at home. That way, and I'm
Makes
like,
no sense.
it's fucking stupid.
Alrighty. Next one is by Turbulent Visit 8741.
Turbulent visit, man. I must have been going to the ringer.
This person puts, "This happened yesterday. A lady came into my store a couple of minutes before closing. Of course, she took her sweet time shopping. 5 minutes around after we closed."
Wait, start it over again.
This happened yesterday. A lady came into my store a couple of minutes before closing time.
Okay, that's why.
Of course, she took her sweet time shopping.
Probably pulled out a whole cart.
5 minutes after we closed, she came to the register with a rather full cart and wanted to use her coupons to get a discount. She couldn't because I can't discount items already on sale. So, after I found an item I was allowed to discount, she remembered that she forgot something. She goes to find the item, and before she comes back, I see her browsing some more. Okay, finally she's back and I finish the transaction. But then she pulls out her phone and asks me if we have this item in stock. Please note that it is already 10 minutes after closing. And we only have 30 minutes after we close to leave the store, or we're scolded the next day for staying unnecessarily late.
It's not her fault.
Luckily, she left and even apologized for coming in last minute. I just say goodbye and close the store.
I don't want your apology. Don't come in here.
But seriously, if you're sorry for coming last minute, at least be quick and don't waste my time. Just because you came into the store before closing time doesn't mean you have the right to stay after closing as long as you please. Just ungrateful people. Like for me, if I get there like 15 minutes before a store closes, like I'm running through that fucking store, like it's like fuck. And it's mostly because I didn't realize they closed early, like on a Sunday or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. Like Walmart's now, they all close at 11.
Yeah, man. What the hell?
It used to be 24 hours.
24 hours a day.
Not no more.
Now I'm timed out.
No.
Thanks, COVID.
Alrighty, the next one is by Fire at Midnight.
Fire at midnight, huh?
Yeah. This person puts, "It's 2 minutes to close. I'm standing at the door and ready to keep the inner set open and shut the outer set. This woman and her daughter walk in, and I say, 'Just so you know, we are closing in 2 minutes.' She flat out ignores me, pretending I'm a coat rack. I turn to my coworker and say, 'Well, fuck me then.' So I get on the PA and make the 2-minute announcement.
You hear me? 2 minutes, you hear me?
At closing, I walk out. I walk over to this woman and her kid, who are cooing over how cute animals are, and proceed to tell her we are still closing. She does the whole, oh, I didn't know, and walks towards the door, then stops. I was doing something and noticed her. Hang on. I was doing something and noticed her, so I came over and asked her if she was okay. She says she needed animal food. I told her we were closing down now, and she was too late. This was, God, the way it's written, sorry. This was when she told me that they were completely out and her animal was going to starve.
You gotta starve, woman. Just get her some McDonald's.
Exactly, McDonald's.
Here's some McDonald's.
I told her I had warned her we were, when she was walking in, that we were closing in too, and she said that she didn't hear me. I straight up told her she ignored me, said, "Sorry, we are closed down," and walked her out. Lady, if it was an emergency, you would have looked up looked up when we closed, flown in, grabbed the food, and then cooed over how cute animals were, not bullshitted for 2 minutes after that.
It's life.
Yeah, yeah.
People are insane.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Last one by Xander the OK.
He's okay, right?
Yes.
Making sure he's okay.
I'm a manager at a small chain cookie shop in central London.
Long pain cookie shop.
So lots and lots of tourists.
You got any chocolate bars?
I had a small child come in, maybe 3 or 4, and shut my door. Then, when their dad came in and removed them, they shouted, "No!" and then decided to throw themselves on the floor outside and start kicking and screaming and crying for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's a long time.
Then they removed their shoes and started kicking their feet.
At least he took his shoes off.
Their dad then bought them a cookie because obviously a tantrum of that size needs one. They're still there, but I have decided to leave the shop and take my 20 minutes, but it's quieter now and I have a headache from a cold, and I'm not in the mood to deal with this. I hate people. Extra. Oh yeah, the shop is also located in a group of tunnels, so it's so every noise is amplified.
Damn. 10 minutes of ranting and raving, huh?
Yes. A little 3 or 4 year old throwing a tantrum.
Please, I've heard all that at my store.
Yeah.
They will fucking wail like a banshee.
Just the walls vibrating from the screams.
You're just like, oh god.
If you have headaches.
I had one screaming so much that the mom was so embarrassed they left mid-line without buying anything because he was fucking hollering like they were branding him or something.
God, that bad?
He's like,
Good Lord.
was wailing at the top of his lungs.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But
That's kids for you.
too much so. So again, if you have a kid that you know is going to yell, don't take him into a tunnel and buy a cookie.
Just grab that belt.
Exactly. Just
I'll give you something to yell about.
you can't do that to kids now. though.
Yes, I can. No, I'd never hit my kid. But then again, I'd be
Never say never.
nah, just walk him on the outside of a pond or something.
Aren't you the one that smacked your cousin?
I slapped him in the face. But hey, he's not my kid, how is he? So fuck that motherfucker. We're gonna slap the shit out of him. Bet you while we talking shit again. He tried to hit my dog. So I can slap him in the face.
So that's funny. So that's good parenting.
I guess. My dog was a parrot.
No, that was your kid.
I guess technically, yeah.
So that's your kid. You smacked the person that was attacking your kid.
Wasn't even that hard. I barely tapped him.
But he still wailed.
He
didn't
fucking overreacted like a bitch.
See? I already knew it.
It's like I didn't stuff him in the top of the top fucking he was small, so I gotta stuff him in the top of the toilet tank. And just left him there. If I folded him in the right way, I'd find him like 3 weeks later because the toilet got clogged.
All right. Anything else to add before we head out tonight?
How dare you assume I speak English?
Exactly.
Said in perfect English.
Exactly.
Is the funniest line I've heard in a long time.
I'm going to use that. to
How
somebody.
dare you assume I speak English? It's like, bitch, what am I supposed to assume? what am I supposed?
People are stupid. Just very, very stupid. But with that, we will see you guys on the next one.